Hola, bonjour, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo se va? Imagine your kids talking different language. The bilingualism brings the opportunity to communicate with the world. I felt inspired from the book 7 Steps to Raising a Bilingual Child by Naomi Steiner, who states that the bilingualism enriches their children's life and their own. Bilingualism is a truly wonderful gift to your child. I want to motivate the audience to teach their children language, to develop their mental skills and increase the opportunities of communication wide world. Decades ago, to speak one foreign language was reserved just for businessmen and rich people, but now the new analphabet is who can speak another language. It is important to guide little kids to learn at least a second language. The polyglot baby method encourages to learn 7 languages simultaneously. According to their capacity, this is a possibility. A second language or multilingual is a healthy exercise for the brain and cognitive skills. The University of California assures that learning a second language improves the ability of concentration, memory, perception, intelligence, and language. A newborn baby has a quality named plasticity of the brain. It means that a brain is able to learn by experience. Some knowledge only can be learned in the first childhood till 7 years old. After that, the brain reduces the speed of learning significantly. With until language in the first childhood, they lost a valuable opportunity to learn it naturally. They can do at the age of the 7 years old, but the learning it will be different. When I was 15 years old, I met 2 little bilingual girls in Mexico City, having Mexican mom and father British. Thereafter, I set the goal to raise a bilingual child in future. Shortly after, and being married, I met again another little bilingual child called Isabella. She inspired me again to set the same goal, but my husband speaks French and not conforming with just 2 languages. We had to add French as a third language on my goal. Unfortunately, we didn't have a plan or any kind. Isabella's mother, being an American living in Mexico, gave me her natural method called OPOL, one parent, one language. She just talks with her children in English and the father, being Hispanic, talks in Spanish. Following the method of my husband speaks French to my kids since they were inside my womb. I teach English and Spanish to my children. I have 2 little girls speaking Spanish. Not yet they can speak fluent French or English, but they understand many words and their pronunciation is perfect. We also discovered they are able to watch cartoons at any language and they don't feel uncomfortable as other kids do. They feel proud talking French with daddy. Bilingual children gain cognitive and academic benefits even from just a little exposure to a second language. Understanding language rules in general can also make learning a third or fourth language easy later in life. Language plays an enormous role in cognitive development, which is the development of the ability to think and solve problems. Bilinguals are thereof not just learning words, but how to think about the words in more than one way. Knowing words in different languages offers them more elasticity and flexibility in their thinking. Their children learn the 70% of language from the mother and the 30% from the father. There are more reasons to believe in bilingualism. For example, a second language is the best legacy for a child. Learn a second language can connect with the different cultures, in some cases their roots. Any child can learn a second language, not just for superstar kids. Parents don't need to be perfect in the language they want to teach. Even better, the parents don't need to know the language. Don't feel discouraged, thinking on the myths you heard before, or feeling confused what language are you going to choose. Remember all advantages, physical and cultures that bilingualism brings. The best way to decide what language to teach to your children is ponder which one language have a special meaning for you or the language where their ancestors came from. Remember to think all about the ways in which you hope your child will benefit from it. You will need to identify a motivation. This motivation will help you in times of discouragement. Determine the level of proficiency and plan. Think in this question. Does a bilingual child have to listen, speak, read, and write equally well into language to count himself bilingual? Bilingualism is the ability to speak, read, write, or even understand more than one language. Most bilinguals are more comfortable using one language than the other. The fluency depends on the exposure to the bilingual environment. An action plan can lead you to the right environment, and you can find many resources on websites, internet activities, education softwares, TV programs, DVDs with different edu language, apps like Duolingo Kids, books, community like neighbors, babysitters, extended family. There are countless resources. The opportunity for a second language are the best legacy as the kids grew up. It will be harder to learn a second language. So it's better to start right now. Help your children to understand the importance of a second language. Your children will be grateful with you for your perseverance after they enjoy great opportunities. For other side, I met people regretting not learning the language for their parents when they were kids. The globalization is leading to the increased awareness of the importance of bilingualism and multiculturalism. Good luck on your journey. Thanks for listening.